I now recognize the ranking member of the committee, the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. McHenry, for 4 minutes.
Well, look, Chairman Powell, we appreciate you being here, and I say to the chair of the committee that this is the House. The Senate does nominations. If we wish to have an opinion and direct the Senate, we should go run for the Senate. We have the Fed chair here at a time of unprecedented economic conditions and a war that's happening. I think we should stay focused on that. Chair Powell, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your steady hand and your approach over this quite tumultuous first term of yours, and congratulations on your nomination and the expected confirmation of your second term. As we all know, the Financial Services Committee Republicans have offered and requested that the Biden administration not approve the $17 billion in an International Monetary Fund special drawing rights for Russia's reserves last year. My hope is that my Democrat colleagues will withdraw their support for $60 billion in additional reserves from Moscow in this year's omnibus that is being negotiated right now. We stand in a bipartisan way with the people of Ukraine, and we are grateful for their bravery, and we want to do everything in our power to assist and support them. Again, thank you, Chair Powell, for your leadership. America's facing the worst inflation we've seen in 4 decades because of Democrats' reckless spending here on Capitol Hill. Instead of a course correction, House Democrats keep hoping the Senate will take up the $2 trillion in new spending through Build Back Better, or whatever they're going to call it. This would only make rising prices worse for families across the country. A Wharton budget model estimates the average American family spent $3,500 more last year to keep up with rising prices. Nowhere is this more evident than at the supermarket, where folks are seeing a 22% increase in grocery bills, according to a recent KPMG study. For a family of 4, this can mean choosing between groceries they need and saving for their child's education, their retirement, or even a home. The American people should not have to mortgage their future because of Democrats' love of more government spending to give them the illusion of prosperity in the moment. And despite what we've heard from President Biden last night, simply telling people they're better off does not, in fact, make it true. However, I'm pleased that the President sided with Republicans instead of Senator Warren, Elizabeth Warren, when we renominated you, Chairman Powell, when he renominated you to chair the Federal Reserve. But as you know, Chair Powell, you have an enormous task ahead of you. As one of your predecessors famously said, the Fed's job is to take away the punch bowl just as the party starts to warm up. But the Democrats have drunk deep, and they want to move on to the harder stuff. That is a risk for our economy. We can't let that happen. I was pleased to see the Fed reject the notion of personal accounts by the central bank. As we've seen recently in Canada, and their unprecedented use of emergency powers to freeze hundreds of bank accounts, we need to ask not just how financial authorities can be used, but also how they could potentially be abused. It's disturbing that some Democrats refuse to see this danger and may actually view it as an opportunity to rationalize more government involvement in America's everyday lives. And that's why I sent a letter to regulators today asking for clarity on what this disturbing move that we've seen in Canada could be, if anything to that accord could be done here in the United States, and what we should do to prevent it. And I look forward to hearing their feedback. Again, Chair Powell, thank you for being here. These are unprecedented times that you're serving. Thank you for your steady hand and your leadership and your willingness to answer questions using language that most of us can all understand. And with that, I yield back.